Hello and welcome back. It is day 26 of Journey to 3000. We got a 2082 playing D4. So I'm going to go with the semi-Slav or Slav, whichever ends up being played. And we are reaching the typical position yet again. He is delaying moving the bishop as long as possible. Something to note, he's still delaying it. So what do we want to do now? Let's create an escape square. And I'm going to jump maybe just my knight in. Not sure what my plan was to be here. No. Let's just hint at bishop a6. And we've ended up in a symmetrical position. I'd like to trade the light squared bishop off, but I'm not sure if we have a convenient way to do that yet. Now, how to continue with my pieces is the question. Definitely want to consider the typical. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like maybe I've misplayed this because I don't have a very clear position for my bishop. But maybe just bishop here for now to support knight e4 as my current idea. At least we're having an idea here, as opposed to doing nothing. And I think I will play knight e4 now, since it is now supported. Right? He wants to trade off the light squared bishop, which is fine by me. Let's improve the rook. We might go knight here, though. I think I did this exact same thing last time, too. Let's see. Guessing the knight's just going to jump in if I go a6, but it does feel a little loose, doesn't it? But it's supported, so maybe it isn't loose. I'm just going to play it for now. Don't want to drop the piece. a5 was also a possibility. Okay, but here, here I find that questionable. But I guess the question is, why do I find that questionable? If I go rook right away, not sure that's as good. My rook is hanging, isn't it? Like, can I keep this knight just here forever? Like, if I play knight here, how does he escape? That's the question that I have. Maybe knight here, then we go f3 right away. This is protected, and his knight seems to be running out of squares here. Definitely uncomfortable. Definitely the piece we have to play around. That is the goal currently. Now last time This happened. We did win the knight, but we got forked at the end of the line, which is very unfortunate. But here, it's no such case. The dark squared bishop's already off the board, which I don't think was ideal for him. It's definitely going to be difficult, but I think he can with just knight e4. Save the knight. So maybe after knight e4... How do I continue to apply the pressure would be the question. And that's a good question, because I don't know. I'm like, if f3, we get forked. So that doesn't seem very good. That's as far as my thought process has gone so far. Let's see what else we need. I think we just keep this knight out of play for as long as possible. Not necessarily going to win it. But something like queen here, preventing the knight from coming in. Maybe that's a little too short-term thinking. Okay, he wants to take here, I guess. How do we get our pieces into the game? Knight takes. Like maybe we just go f3 here. I feel like we have to play f3 here. I'm not worried about this move. Is this queen coming in? Maybe that's annoying, but I think this actually prevents that. If I'm not mistaken, my knight is protecting the queen. Let's say f3. Noticeably taking away a square from my knight. I was not expecting that move. Not really sure why he played that move. But we can keep him from infiltrating with this. So I think that's what I'm going to play for now. Guessing he's going to play f3 himself. I guess the knight is getting out here. It's very annoying. Also not the worst thing, because we do have just queen back. And everything seems to be holding together, protecting the loose pawn. And if knight here, we can always just sack the rook. And maybe that's good, maybe it's not, I don't know. But things seem relatively simple. They don't, but you know. We're not in a lost position, I hope. His knights are certainly active, but if he goes here, he loses both of his active pieces, so... We're also threatening knight here. Next move, and then I think his knight is trapped. So, that is something to notice. As it protects this square, covers this square. Yep, all the squares will be covered after that. So the goal is going to be knight c6. Not sure how to address in the future. Maybe I have to look at a plan, but when they delay developing the bishop, seems kind of annoying, kind of forced into this awkward decision of what to do with my pieces. Maybe just rook here in the future. General improving moves, as we haven't run out yet in that position. Looks like he's still deciding what to do. Definitely has control over the file, and that could be a problem, but we'll see. I mean, I don't see any other move with the knight here. And then at that point we have all their bases covered. Although maybe not, maybe after queen here. He can just move queen down here, and then after the exchange my pieces are really awkward if the rook takes. But maybe I also have knight here, and I'm fine. Knight there, rook here. Okay. This one doesn't make much sense to me. Or maybe it should. Where do I want to move? Obviously he's going to exchange, or maybe he'll go knight there afterwards, I don't know. Do I have any other options? I can't play here yet, can I? Maybe I can. This knight would be pinned after that. Just move the knight back. Try to catch up a little bit on the clock here. This bishop's doing a great job of covering this square right here. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by this, but I'm probably missing something. Can I play knight here to plug up the gap? Of course, avoiding queen e8 check seems like a good idea. Okay, we gotta be careful. If we go here, maybe he has this. But I don't know if I buy that either. Right now he doesn't seem to have any moves in that file, so maybe we should just open up the center. With d5. I do question what he's threatening here. Is he like, this check's covered? He's got no checks. And then we've just taken away the square from his knight. So really the only thing we gotta worry about is time. Noticeably, I'm threatening to play e4. Again, cutting off the knight. Not cutting off the knight, but I don't know. Maybe that's not a good move. Figured it was a threat. But now I'm not so sure. Maybe he takes knight here, queen here. And then maybe we're more comfortable trading with this weakness. Something like queen here afterwards. But admittedly, our knight would be, rook would be pinned in that endgame scenario. And also, admittedly, our bishop would probably be worse than his, objectively, although we do have our pawns in the right square. But of course, that's always dependent on the position itself. Okay, I think I'm just going to take. Take the pawn. Maybe knight here. That does immediately lose to queen here, so let's not do that. Let's play knight here. Followed by rook here, or sorry, pawn here. Does this seem possible? Oh, he's got knight there in that case. It's kind of annoying that my queen's pinned, so let's move out of the way of that. Now I feel like we'll actually have some threats. Like taking this pawn, for example. Discoveries abound, I'm sure. But I don't feel like I'm in any rush in this position. This knight's annoying, sure, but maybe like a move like rook here was more good, if you will. I don't really want to allow that. What if we just trade things off? Let's try to keep up on time here. Whenever I say that, I usually blunder, so let's see how that goes this time. But I don't know. I think trading off the queen is a good decision. My king feels a little bit more vulnerable than his. Admittedly, we can still get checkmated. Okay. Check the pawn. Okay. Things are getting slightly out of control. But we're still surviving. Square is covered. We're going to be taking that with and perhaps blockading. Gotta keep up on the clock. We gotta move fast. Got to move fast. Because this game doesn't look like it's gonna end soon, but if it is ending soon, it's because I got checkmated. So, rook here. That might have been a bad move. Now maybe he does have knight here. Okay. It's very hard to play this in a way that doesn't immediately lose in a lot of ways. Okay, I think we just dropped a pawn. Wow, I did not see that at all. It's just not been good. Not been good these last couple of days, but let's try to stay strong here and do what we can. Which I fear is not going to be a whole lot because we totally just, I don't know, we just crumbled. But we were probably in a worse position pressurally anyway. I'm going to try to win that pawn. I'm guessing he's just going to go around taking all my pawns. We're just threatening my pieces like that. Sounds about right. And we are now completely dead lost. Again, as per usual. Maybe we can convert into a losing king pawn endgame. I don't know. He's got 4 seconds left. Should I offer him a draw again? I mean, like, I don't know. What the hell is that? Okay. I mean, I totally got outplayed there the whole game. And then he just sat there for 30 seconds in the end game and lost on time. So I don't know why that happened. But we don't question these things. But maybe we should. All right, G6, big question. What does the computer want me to play? What does the Explorer want me to play here? All right, I forgot. They do not allow simpletons of the non-paid tier ranks to access the Explorer, but B6, is that the move? What? I have game review. I can just do game review. Oh, and let me switch the screen. I'm good at my job. There we go. Yeah, so we played apparently good in the opening, and then I definitely felt that I was not handling the pressure well at all. In the middle game, apparently B6 is entirely reasonable there. Hang on, let's back up a little bit. Okay, last opening. It wants me to play A6. Okay, maintain like a Queen's Gambit declined. Whereas once I play B6, well, that's not even what I played here. I wonder why that's better than H6. Is there like some hooks that could happen? I guess with their control over the center, we got to be careful with creating hooks. And by a hook, I just mean having this pawn out in space to where it could potentially be broken open in the future. Yeah, this game was mostly just me losing the whole game, and then we won. Okay, this is actually a bad move, which surprises me. Once, just rook a8 right away. For reasons. But I'm guessing this is where the game started to get... Yeah, so we were just losing. As soon as you got the knights set up, you could kind of get the sense that his pieces were just too good here comparatively to mine. And things were looking rough. And instead of perhaps consolidating or looking for ways to make things difficult for him, opening things up in a position where I'm already behind is not the solution. But I don't know, we held on for a while. Let's see what we did wrong here. I mean, the major shift was after knight back. But is all this really fine? I mean, is this like expected? And then queen d6. And then it kind of just has to like walk back, I guess. Or he's going to go here probably. a5. He's got a slightly better position, but nothing special. Which sounds about right. In the future, I definitely think I'm going to avoid playing b6. Maybe just a6 there. Yeah, these like slower plans are super annoying. I definitely want some sort of plan against that. I wonder if I can go to the light chess. But all in all, yeah, as soon as I got those knights in, that's when we started to lose control of the game. The big jump was knight back. Yeah, I guess just the fact that I'm not maintaining that trap, and his solution to that trap is to get more active. So really I'm just helping his pieces activate. And I didn't really like queen d3 apparently. I don't know why. Or sorry, queen d6. For some reason in my head I was against this. I think it was hallucinating stuff like rook there after exchanges. Not sure. Alright, Lee chess. Sorry, Li chess or whatever the hell it's called. Openings. We're gonna look at this in this statistical thing setting. So what was it? D4, knight f6, c6, c3, c6. What am I doing? c4. Followed by c6. Just something along these lines of like delaying forever. He moved the bishop up. And then he played e3. And I probably did like knight bd7. And then he delayed as long as possible. Bishop d3. That's not what he played. It's not what he played. He played a6, a3. h6 is popular, but not very well scoring. The most popular moves, or the most well scoring move is a6. As we have determined. Is there any text on this? No. After a6, they play bishop d3, but what other moves do they have? I guess queen c2, but that doesn't really seem like a very solid move. Black's even taking at that point. Right, because we're building up takes anyway with a6. That's what I'm missing here. That's the piece of the equation I'm missing. Is a6 is part of the plan to take anyway, so we're contributing to that plan before we take, but we're still being flexible by being able to take with the e-pawn. And we're not giving any hooks with h whatever, h6. So anyway, that's going to be the improvement I make for next time. Yeah, we just got outplayed, but the opponent. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.